What's up, world? It's your boy TZP back again for another video. In this video, I'm gonna tell you guys how to join the military if you have a felony. Alright, in one of my previous videos, someone dropped a comment asking, what if you have a felony? And that was an awesome question that he asked. So here's my video in response to that. I hope you guys enjoy it. And also, make sure you guys hang around to the very end of the video. I'm gonna bring somebody on who joined the military with a felony. They're currently an E6 staff sergeant. They're going to explain their whole process, their story, and their testimony of what they had to do in order to join and serve. So watch till the end. Enlisting in any of the 6 branches of the United States military can be an amazing, life-changing event, you guys. However, it's often not as easy as walking into an enlistment office, signing a piece of paper, and heading off to boot camp. One of the most common reasons to be denied enlistment is failing the required background check. It can be difficult to join the Army with a felony on your record, but it is not impossible, you guys. I repeat, it is not impossible. Felony conviction on your criminal record will not always prevent you from enlisting in the United States Army, Navy, Marines, Coast Guard, and also the Space Force. If you want to join the Army with a felony conviction, it is important to understand how that affects your enlistment chance. Each of the branches of the U.S. military has their own requirements to enlist, with different policies for those with criminal records and felony convictions. For example, the U.S. Air Force is typically the most challenging branch to enlist with a criminal record. In contrast, the U.S. Army and Marines are often the most lenient on applicants with criminal records, particularly in a time of war, you guys. So that last part is really important for you guys here. During the time of war is when they are the most lenient, you guys. Okay, so to join with a felony, there's a certain process you must go through, some documentation, and let's jump right into the documentation. Okay, so if you want to join the Army with a felony on your record, you're going to need a moral conduct waiver. I repeat, a moral conduct waiver, also known as felony waivers, and these are not automatic. You must apply for a moral conduct waiver, and doing so can take a really long time, you guys, is what I hear. All right, you guys, I'm going to cut to this video. This guy's going to explain his process of getting his moral conduct waiver signed, who had to sign it, how long it took, and the whole process. Enjoy the video, you guys.
So your question is a legitimate question. I have been asked this question quite a few times on this app, and I really don't mind answering it. So here we go. I'm gonna try to fit it into a 3-minute video. So back when I joined in 2006, you also got to remember that it was the height of, the war on terrorism. They needed bodies in the military, and their policies for recruiting were a lot more lenient than they are now. Now, I only have a Class C felony, which can also be treated as a gross misdemeanor in the state of Nevada. Now, you also got to remember that was the only major thing I had on my record, and I maybe had like 1 traffic infraction or something like that. So what they did for me was I went through the whole enlistment process, all the way up until I got to my waiver process. Now, as a civilian, I had to sit down and conduct an interview with an 05 or higher. Now, for those who don't know what an 05 is, that is the pay grade of a lieutenant colonel in the military. Now, lieutenant colonels are extremely busy individuals in the military. Getting that interview was honestly the longest part of my enlistment process. Honestly, if I would have got the very first interview that was allotted to me, it would have took me about 6 months to join the military. But since lieutenant colonels are extremely busy people, dates got pushed off, pretty much it kept getting pushed for over a year. Now, it was up to that lieutenant colonel to evaluate, my answers and determine whether or not I was sincere about, my criminal history, and if I was sincere about joining the United States Army. When I conducted that interview, that lieutenant colonel asked me quite a few questions. Now, the biggest part of my interview that the lieutenant colonel let me know was the deciding factor was when she asked me, did I feel that me committing my crime was a mistake? I told her it wasn't a mistake. I told her that mistakes are something that you make that is unintentional. I was fully aware of what I was doing that day. I also told her that it was a bad decision on my part and that I am remorseful. But to say the crime that I committed was a mistake would be a lie. I then went into detail about the events that surrounded the crime that I committed. Once I explained myself thoroughly, she told me at that point that normally it would take her about a week for her to respond to the recruiters and let them know if I was going to be eligible to join the military. She said she didn't have to do that at that time. She wanted me to put my recruiter on the phone to let him know personally that she was going to bless off on my waiver and to ship me to basic training as soon as possible, which was like a week later. Now, there are certain felony convictions that the military just has a zero tolerance policy for. For example, you cannot join the military if you have a sex crime or if you're a sex offender. Typically, the Army will let you join with a lesser felony offense, something along the lines of a nonviolent crime. But I would imagine you would still have to go through that same waiver process. So I hope this helped.
All right, you guys, that sums up this video. You just seen the testimony of this E6 staff sergeant explain his process, what he had to go through in order to get his conduct waiver signed, and his amazing story of, you know, being sincere and explaining himself during that process. You guys, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully I answered your comment. And hey, if you guys haven't already, make sure you like, subscribe, and comment if you'd like to continue to see uplifting, inspiring stuff. My YouTube channel evolves around the Army, fitness, and motivation. So hey, this your boy TZP signing out. Oh yeah, if you want to see a topic, drop it in the comment section and I'll make a video addressing it. It's your boy TZP signing out. Catch you guys next time. Peace.